So, welcome you all to the laboratory session on Elements of Cybersecurity BCY 402. This is course coordinator Rajika Amrini MI, Assistant Professor, Computer Science and Engineering, Cybersecurity Department. So, moving on to the next experiments among the 9. After the installation of the Kali Linux and exploring the basic commands, the second experiment talks about performing the basic network scanning using Nmap tool. So if you're using Windows, then Nmap should be installed in the Windows. Since we are using Linux commands here, so Linux as the thing, we can go for choosing Nmap tool. Identify the services, the open ports, active hosts, operating systems and vulnerabilities. So in order to perform these set of requirements using the Nmap tool, the network scanning could be done through the Kali Linux. Here I have already installed the Kali Linux. Give me a minute. I just minimize the requirements. So this is my Kali Linux environment that I have obtained after installing from the virtual box. So my first basic command that goes, let me just clear. Moving on, let's have a quick look on what it talks about, the basic set of commands when we talk about the Nmap tool and how are we going to incorporate likewise. So moving on to this one. So initially the network scanning helps to discover host on a network and the services they provide and potential security vulnerabilities. In order to commence this or use the Nmap tool, we first go for knowing the IP address. So host name hyphen capital I is the command used to display the IP address or addresses of the host name. So before starting, I just click on host. You could see the IntelliSense is on, so I can just use directly. Since it is case sensitive, we should be very much careful while using the host name. So this is my IP address. So I could just go for the next command, say nmap space -sp. So what is the purpose of this command? This is a ping scan. So it identifies which hosts are up or active on the network without performing any port scan. This is very fast and useful for the basic network discovery. So we could say I just use -sp. So basically this is a basic command and you could see the output nmap scan report for the given IP address and the host which is up. So you could see which are the active ports IP addresses which are active in the network. So the second command we could talk about is nmap small p. So this small p talks about the port number. So in order to check the port scan, we use nmap space -p, and it is ranging from 1 to 65,635 ports -v space. The target in the example or the command in the WordPad mentions the IP address which I am referring for. So since my IP address from the command host name -i obtained is typed now, and click on enter. What is the purpose of using this 1 to 65,535 ports? So basically the port field in a TCP packet is exactly 16-bit long. So the largest number that you can represent with the 16-bit is equal to 65,536 number of ports. So it checks for all 65,535 possible TCP ports which are available, and minus V flag enables the Nmap to show more detailed information about the host time and the open port. So basically this command is to check the ports as explained in the experiment. So you could see the complete scan has been done, the TCP information, the discovery of the open port, the resolution, the parallel confirmation, and minus V will give the complete scan. So if we just want to check without using minus V, what is the obtained content, so you could, as you could see, the less number of information will be provided. So minus V, that is the verbose flag, give you the complete details with respect to the timings and the hosts that are up into the scan. So this is all about the second command. Moving on to the third one, that is the nmap minus p 1761 hyphen script 1 target. So if I use this, type nmap hyphen p. So this is to check the port. I am checking 1716, which is the TCP port for checking the vulnerability. So I will be running this script which is inbuilt in nmap tool by this, and space my IP. This may take a couple of minutes. So the script one category can automatically detect the old unpacked softwares and things like that. So it runs the script called one here. So this command is running the script called one for this IP address for this particular port number, that is 1716, which is the TCP port. So port state is service and it is TCP and open. One host is up and scan is done within the given, the nmap report for the given IP address is mentioned likewise. So moving on to the next command, that is nmap nmap hyphen small s t space 10.0.2.15. So as you could see, this particular scan does the TCP connect scan. So this particular command will scan the TCP connection scan. So it completes the full three-way TCP connection, that is sync, sync acknowledge and acknowledge with the target. This is highly accurate but very often detected by the firewalls. So this is giving the scan from the port. So moving on to the next one, nmap space hyphen small s capital S space hyphen capital A space hyphen capital O space my IP address space hyphen P 2432. So this particular scan is talking about hyphen A, which is performed, that enables the OS detection, the version detection and the script and the trace route. Hyphen O explicitly enables the operating system detection, and small s and capital S is for the sync scan, a still scan that does not completely perform the handshake. And here if you see -2432, so limits the entire scan to just the port 2432, as the number of scans will be 65,535 numbers. So click on enter. So this will give us the port scan which is for the host, that is up in nature, the OS and the service detections, the reports. Any incorrect results will be submitted to this one IP address is on. So this particular scan will look for the OS detection and the stealth detection. My next command, Nmap. Nmap is a keyword hyphen S capital U. So this is for the UDP scan. That is, till now we were performing the TCP scan. So it talks about the UDP scan along with the IP address I'm providing for my system. So this particular UDP scan will also give the reports that are generated. It talks about hosts which are up and the UDP ports like DNS and DHCP. So significantly slower than the TCP scan, but taking the handshake as a confirmation. The next command I am looking, Nmap is the keyword space hyphen capital T for my IP address. So when I give this, these basically in this particular command, we are looking for all the possibilities of scannings that we could do. So at the lower end, at the very first beginning, we will perform this capital T gives you the aggressive timing template. So faster than the default timing, commonly used for quicker scan. So this particular scan is commonly used for the quicker one. This is T4. So likewise, if you want to see the difference, you could go for click on Nmap space hyphen capital T 510.0. So this gives, oh, sorry, there was a typo in the command, and this is it. So this is for the insane timings that you could work on. So T5 is speeding up the scan significantly by decreasing the time for the wait and response, wherein you can look for the next one. So the another scan, the last scan that I will be discussing today is Nmap space hyphen P. So the port 445. So it is talking about the port 445 running the script equal to smb hyphen vuln space 10 point. So basically the purpose of this is 444 is used for Windows file sharing. So it is called as SMB. The script SMB1 command runs all scripts designed to find the critical flaws in the SMB, such as the famous eternal blue vulnerability. This is giving us the script with respect to the Windows file sharing, giving the scan report and things like that. Thank you.